You could give us a little summary. If the timer could just watch that when a minute comes up, just wave your hand, let them know the minute's up. Are you the presenter for your group, Kim?
Yes, I am. Dave was threatening to call 911 to see if it actually works and if they're going to respond, and we were tempted. I was tempted after your experience. But we came up with a couple ideas. We were talking about school. We were talking about making some sort of recording to show kids how to use 911, and then we kind of went from there as far as, have a little cartoon segment that plays on a network periodically on how to use 911. And then later we talked about, hey, we could just have Barney show them a couple times. Well, you'll be taken care of. Everybody's watching Barney. Well, kids. They're all watching Barney. And Barney will show them how to use 911, and we'll be done.
Okay, great, thank you. Now our second group, who is your presenter of some of your ideas? Sean? Okay, you can tell us some of your ideas.
Okay, we came up with 4. The first one of which was to, if you were in doubt, just eliminate that. Call 911. That was the first one. The second one was the sort of a fire drill. Use the situation. In this situation, call or don't call. Your siblings are chasing you. Call or don't call. Third one was the practice the 911 call, sort of like you would in schools, the fire drill. And the last one was listen to previous 911 calls that had been recorded, which you could probably do that on YouTube or something. And that was ours.
Thank you. Okay, and now we come to our role-playing group, who will demonstrate for us their ideas. If they like, they could also include some of the other group's ideas on the fly. So, I think is this something you guys are all going to do together?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great.
We're a team.
I'm ready to watch.
Are we first then?
No, well, no, you're just doing. This is your portion.
We're the
You're
only
the
one.
You're the
First
only
and last.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is our only role-playing scenario.
What are we doing now?
Well, do it right there. Cause you're right there. You might.
Okay.
All right, dear. I'm gonna go to the grocery store for a little bit. So, Perry, see you later.
Okay. Well, little Perry, what would you like to do this morning while Mom's at the grocery store?
Can we watch a video?
Well, it's snowing outside. Maybe we could go outside sliding. Would you like that, little Perry?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't. I got a really sore chest. Oh, boy. I better sit down. Oh.
Yeah?
Little Perry, we call 911.
Mom?
Call him right now. Call him right now. Hurry up.
How are we doing?
Oh.
Mom? Dad?
Yep. End of the
Scene 2.
Alright. Perry, let's sit down and let's just talk for a little bit, honey. I don't want to scare you, but there may come a time where something happens and you're going to need to dial a special number on the telephone. Here's the phone. Do you know your numbers? This is the number 9, and you can find the 1 right here, and then you would have to push it twice. So it's 911. If any time Mommy or Daddy can't...
Should I try that?
Beep, I'm going to hang up right now. If at any time you feel like Mommy or Daddy isn't communicating with you and they're injured or they're not responding to you and you feel unsafe, there's a special number that you can dial, 911. Talk. 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 I've taught you better than this. And someone will pick up the phone and they will ask you where you're from, and you can say your city. Honey, what city do we live in? Rogers. And then someone on the other end, you're going to be able to trust them, and they're going to ask you what's wrong. So if Daddy fell down or doesn't feel well and he can't talk to you, you'll just say, what would you say if he was laying on the floor? What would you say if he was laying on the floor and couldn't talk to you?
Annie, you okay?
And they might say, "Who needs help, honey?"
Okay.
And you would tell them that maybe your daddy is laying on the floor.
Well, yeah.
Right, okay. And then they might ask you if he's breathing or if he's moving, and you would be able to say yes or no.
Okay.
So let's look at this and find the 9 for me. Yeah. And then the 1. Yeah. And then you'd hit it twice. Good. Okay, good job, honey. So it's 911 if you're ever in an emergency and you don't feel safe. Okay?
Okay.
Scene 3.
Wow.
Well, certainly there is.
Now can we watch that video?
All right, I'm going to go get my hair done, you guys, so I'll see you later.
Okay, little fairy, what do you want to do today? You want to go snowmobiling today?
Yeah.
Really? Well, let's go get that snowmobile. Let's crank that baby up. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, Perry.
Yeah?
Little Perry, you better call 911.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Hello? Hi, yeah, I don't think my dad's feeling well. Where do we live?
Here we go.
I think it's Rogers. Yeah, Rogers. Yeah, he's not looking good. Okay. Okay. Dad?
Yep.
He's still here. Okay. See you soon.
Okay.
Well, I think we could have recorded that, and that could be part of a public service announcement.
Oh, it could easily be so, yes.
Of Barney or something.
Good, yeah.
I've got that recorded, in fact.
Oh, wow, that'll be on YouTube. No, I'm just kidding.
It could be. If you say yes, yeah, it could be. You want it on YouTube?
Let's look for that. Okay, we had some great ideas about doing a recording that could possibly be used in schools. Having, during the cartoons, when little kids are watching cartoons, have some kind of public service announcement, or in the kids' shows on PBS, for example, like Barney, have a little role-playing situation. And then we had some ideas about teaching kids that if you're not sure whether you should call 911, call anyway, because better to be safe than sorry. Then the idea of drill scenarios and practicing, and you saw that in the role-playing too. Can you find the 9, and you have to press 1 twice. And listening to previous 911 calls just to get an idea of, well, what happens when you call 911? I remember when my kids were little, we did do the scenario things, where I'd give them examples of me falling down the stairs, and then they couldn't wake me up. So I think having kids practice, you know, what do I do in this situation? How does it work? Perhaps having 911 on your phone, you could even have it written like 9-1-1 to emphasize that you're hitting the number 1 twice. So as I'm looking at some of these ideas, I think that in order for this to happen, we'd have to have either something happen through the schools, we'd have to have some kind of parent education so that parents would be able to know what to do and how to do it, or even just to do it. How often does something this simple just not happen? Finally, the idea of a public service announcement, I think, could hold a lot of potential as well. Now, Kim brought up the issue, well, gee, maybe this isn't even a problem. And then he also answered his own question, well, what if it saved one person's life? There was a case that I read about in Cincinnati where a 4-year-old girl called 911 when her mother had a seizure. She'd been taught how to call 911. She stayed calm and gave the operator information and helped save her own mother's life. So it can make a difference, and I suggest at the very least you talk with your children or grandchildren about how to dial 911, because the life you save may be your own. Thank you. Mr.
Very good, Diane. Wonderful, marvelous, terrific.